Hello, my dear students. Myself, Professor Sanjay Chabda, Faculty of Land Governance, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. This session is related to BBA LLB second semester. Subject Business Organization, Unit 2. Session number 17 and session name is Cooperative Society or Cooperative Organizations and its Features. So my dear students, in our last few sessions, we have discussed about various external forms of business organizations like sole proprietorship, partnership, joint into undivided family, joint stock companies and cooperative organizations. Today we will discuss about cooperative form of business organization. Before we will discuss about cooperative organization or cooperative societies, it is must to understand meaning or definitions of cooperative society. Let's go. So the term cooperative or the term corporation has been derived by adding a prefix C, capital C O, capital C small o, co, with the word operation or operative. Co means together and operation means work. So therefore the literal meaning of the word cooperation is to work together. In real terms, cooperation meaning working together for a common purpose or common good of all. A cooperative society or organization is one which has been voluntarily formed by some persons for the promotion of their common economic interests. Term cooperative society or organization has been defined by a number of experts in the field. Let us discuss some of the definitions. According to Sir E. H. Calvert, cooperation is a form of organization wherein persons voluntarily associate together as human beings on a basis of equality for the promotion of economic interests of themselves. In the word of Professor P. H. Castleman, cooperation is an economic system with a social content. According to International Labour Organization, cooperative society is an association of persons, usually of limited means, who have voluntarily joined together to achieve common economic ends through the formation of a democratically controlled business organization, making equitable contributions to the capital required and accepting a fair share of the risks and benefits of the undertaking. According to Indian Cooperative Societies Act 1912, a cooperative society is a society which has its object the promotion of economic interests of its member in accordance with cooperative principles. So in brief, a cooperative society is voluntary organization of persons organized by or organized on the principles of equality, mutual help and self-reliance to carry on some economic activity in democratic style to achieve some common economic objectives by making equal contribution to its capital. So in cooperative society, a section of people, a group of people, they work together, they join together to form cooperative society, and their main aim is to serve the common economic objective of all. So cooperative society is usually formed by a weaker section of the society for their economic benefit. Let us discuss some of the features of cooperative society. The first feature of cooperative society is voluntary organization or voluntary association. A cooperative organization is voluntary organization of persons. It is open for unrestricted membership. Any person can become member of society and even leave its membership whenever he likes. Thus, there is no compulsion on any person to join or remain member of a cooperative society. It is voluntary. They can join or they can leave at their own wish. Then number 2 feature is registered or incorporated. A cooperative society must be registered or incorporated. It must be registered under the Cooperative Societies Act or under any state cooperative societies act, or it can be registered by at least 10 major persons. But in case of the state of Rajasthan, it should be 15 members for complying with the formalities specified in the act. Then third feature, legal existence. A cooperative society is a registered organization under the Cooperative Society Act or under any state cooperative society act. So it is an incorporated body having separate legal existence from its members. It is an artificial person like a company. It can own property, open a bank account, and can sue and be sued in its own name. Then number 4 feature is limited liabilities. The liability of the members of the cooperative society is limited to the extent of nominal value of shares held by them. No creditor of a cooperative society is entitled to claim his debt from any member personally or from his personal property. Then number 5, perpetual existence. Like a joint stock company, cooperative society is also a legal separate person. So it has its own perpetual succession. In case of any death or retirement or a member leaving an organization or a member by giving, if a member is of unsound mind or permanent incapacity of its member, does not affect or impact the existence of cooperative society. It has its own perpetual existence. Then number 6th feature is capital. To run any form of business, we know capital is must. So a capital society operates an enterprise, hence capital is needed. Every member of the society contributes to the capital. Each member has to buy at least one share but cannot buy more than a certain percentage of share capital. So in this way they used to contribute to the capital. Then number 7 feature, non-transferable shares. The shares of cooperative society are non-transferable because membership is personalized. However, a member can surrender his share to the cooperative society and leave its membership as it is a voluntary organization. Number 8 feature, one member, one vote. Even if a member has number of shares, one person has one share only, one person has 10 shares, one person has whatever number of shares, but voting right will be equal on the principle of one man, one vote. Then next feature is democratic management. A cooperative society is managed on democratic principles. The member of the society make decisions in their general meeting by the rule of majority. Generally, decisions are at the meeting are made by simple majority and sometimes by 2/3 majority if law requires so. The executive committee or the governing body members are also elected by the members of the society by simple majority. The executive committee also takes the decisions by a rule of majority and executes the decisions and policies formed by the general meeting. However, It should be noted that each member of society can cast only one vote on one resolution. On one resolution, one vote of one member. Democratic management. Then, 10th feature, equitable distribution of profit. Equitable distribution of profit, that is profit distributed to the members. How? A certain proportion of profit of a cooperative society is distributed among its members, but it is not distributed in proportion to the capital contributed by each member. It is distributed in proportion to the business provided by the society, provided to the society by each member. All the more, a certain percentage of profit is kept aside to be used for the benefits of the community. At least 25% of the profit is required to be kept or is required to be transferred to general reserve. Thus, profits are distributed on equitable basis. A cooperative society, therefore, is certainly different from a company. Not like company, that profit will go to the shareholders in the form of dividend as per the number of shares held. But here it is equitable distribution of profit. Then number 11 feature, it is an enterprise or undertaking. Cooperative society is an enterprise or undertaking. It is not a charitable or religious organization. It works for promotion of economic interests of its members through mutual help. The members of the society bear the risk of the enterprise and share the profit among themselves. That is an enterprise or undertaking. It is not a charitable or religious organization. It works for the promotion of economic development, economic interest of its members through mutual help. Then number 12 feature is service motive. So cooperative society, it is formed with the intention that it has to serve its members, not to earn profit. Its main aim is to serve the economic interest of its members. This is the main common goal of cooperative society. Members, they used to join together, especially weaker section of the society or a group of people, they join together to form cooperative society. They will buy in bulk direct from the industry or from the wholesaler at a list price, and then distribute it, sell it to their members at a reasonable price. Their main aim is not to earn profit but to serve its member. So the primary object of cooperative society is serve its members. However, it is expected to earn profits because it runs an enterprise to earn profit. Thus, it is motivated by the spirit of service to its member and the society as well by providing most economic products or services. Then, last feature is based on principle of equality, justice and mutual help. A cooperative society is based on the principles of equality, justice and mutual benefit with the slogan each for all and all for each. See, each for all and all for each is the main spirit of a cooperative organization. It is the spirit of mutual cooperation that encourages automatically economical weaker persons to organize and help each other. So these are the features. So dear students, again I will just read out the points. Note down, elaborate yourself. It will help you to understand. First feature, voluntary organization or association. Number 2, registered or incorporated. Number 3, legal existence. Number 4, limited liabilities. Number 5, perpetual existence. Number 6, capital. Number 7, non-transferable shares. Number 8, one member, one vote. Number 9, democratic management. Number 10, equitable distribution of work, profit. Number 11, it is an enterprise or undertaking. Number 12, service motive. Number 3, based on principles of equality, justice, and mutual help. So from here you can expect question: what is cooperative society, what is meaning or define cooperative society, and its features. Thank you.